Hi there, and welcome to this episode of reviewing the 12 lessons my garden taught me on life. Let me rephrase that. Let me change it actually to the actual, because I rephrased it. It's 12 lessons on life I learned from my garden by Vivian Elizabeth Gleick. It's the first title I rephrased. All right, this one is very good because I'm here on camera and I want to share this wisdom with you because I know it will help you. If it resonated with me, it will resonate with you. Our conscience is one, okay? But I digress from that topic right now because we're talking about the book. So, in the chapter Eliminate Parasites, which is chapter, let's see what chapter is it. Let's take a look. Oh, give me a second. I have my copy in one hand, so I can't use both my hands. So right now I got both my hands. Eliminate parasites. Now she gives two examples of eliminating parasites. I'm gonna go over deeply one, and then I'll briefly explain the other one. Quote, and she's talking about her father. Okay, like so many of us, he faced a huge internal void brought on by self-doubt and lack of steam, which he tried desperately to fill. Maybe I'm being too simplistic, but I don't think he ever realized that by encapsulating himself in the love that was so readily available to him, he could have constructed a fortress around him, surrounding him to salvage his physical and mental health. Okay. So, face huge eternal void brought on by self-doubt and lack of self-esteem. Okay. Self-doubt is when you're overthinking, you're not present, you're not calm, you're negatively and not present. Okay, meditation gives you that presence and that calmness of mind. Lack of self-esteem. That means feeling good about yourself. All right. Self-worth. You can feel great by going to the gym or just walking 15 minutes nonstop, all right? You don't walk and stop. Just keep on walking 15 minutes. Your heart rate moves and you're pushing yourself. That little challenge is what gives you that self-esteem. You're like, I did something great. I did something good for myself, okay? You did something challenging, something hard. That's why cold showers or those ice baths give you this fucking like mental shift because you did something challenging and you came out of it. Okay. That's why the process, the journey of doing something is better than the result because through the journey, like approaching a woman, you may feel a little uncomfortable and it is going to be a little challenging. You don't know what's going to happen. You might be rejected. You might not get rejected. But that process, when you're in it, you're moving towards it. That's where you get the contentment. That's what feels good. Once you get the goal, you're like, oh, okay, that was it. That process, that challenge, that discomfort, that's what gives you that good vibration, that good feeling on the other side. Okay, or during that process, you just don't even realize it sometimes because you're in flow. Okay, so Vivian Gleick says that, quote, this is the previous sentence, quote, I watched my father, a brilliant and passionate man with a zest for life, as he was destroyed by alcohol and barbiturates. I can't pronounce that word. I looked it up, but I kind of forgot what it is. I think it's like prescriptions, prescription drugs. I'll give you two things that you can do already that will help you internally. I want to give a shout out to Wes Watson right now because he gave that to me in an articulate form. I've always noticed that when I go to the gym and I work out, I come out feeling better. That's why a lot of people say, "Oh, I didn't want to go to the gym, but when I got out, that was the best workout ever." You know why it's the best workout ever? Because you were in a low vibration, a negative emotional state. And when you got out of it, you were in a positive emotional state. Hence the contrast, hence the feeling of that was the best fucking workout ever. Okay? Because it was. That workout changed your life, saved your life from attracting negative bullshit into your life. The next thing she talks about is people, like freeloading off of you and things like that. But I don't know how that happens. People don't freeload off me. Yeah, I give people things because I give from a loving heart. Okay, so I cannot fathom, or can't comprehend. I try to put myself in a situation like that, but it doesn't. Yeah, I'm a little uncomfortable sometimes when somebody asks a little bit for too much. Or one time somebody asked for me for a shot of Hennessy. I took a look, and he took a lot of Hennessy. But it might have been coming from a place of lack, or another thing that it was alcohol. Like, man, I'm like sustaining a bad habit, right? Because I had a party. The next day he came, he's like, "Hey, you still got some more?" I'm like, "Really, bro?" Like, for me, I don't need alcohol. I don't even drink alcohol anymore. I drank when I was sick as a remedy. I used tequila, limes, or lemons, whichever ones, and honey. You mix it in, you drink it. Make sure it's hot. So I microwaved it and just sip on it, and it soothes the throat. And at least for me, psychologically, it helps me because I know that I'm killing the bacteria. Okay. But that's about it. All right. That's not for enjoyment or to fill a void or to feel good, because I know I can feel good by doing gratitude, meditation, working out. I know during the day maybe you can't just like sit down all of a sudden and start meditating. There should be places at work, I think, for that, in the future. But you can go to your car, maybe just take a few deep breaths or go walk. I think walking is a fucking lifesaver, all right? Because it raises your mood, your energy levels, your heart rate. You feel better. You get out of your head. You're getting into your body. That's one way to get to the present moment, is feeling into your stomach, feeling into the pelvic floor, okay? And then you can feel all your organs down there. Once you feel into the pelvic floor, you'll feel, if you're a man, you feel your balls, your penis. If you're a woman, I'm sure you'll start feeling your female part. I don't know why I can't, vagina, okay? There you go. And then you become present. Those are the parasites that she talks about, right? And I completely agree. There's parasites within us that we need to remove. I want to reference Paramahansa Yogananda's book, Scientific Healings. He says there's 3 ways that we need to heal ourselves from. There's other areas too, like habits or certain things that are very specific, but there are 3 major ones. Material. Okay, when you think of lack, when you feel lack, that's a disease. Because you're supposed to be abundant. Spiritual, when you're not connected to God, so you are ignorant of the spirit of God and connecting to intuition and speaking with God and understanding how all things are happening for you. That's the spiritual understanding. And then psychological, which is what Vivian Gleich is talking about, the calmness of mind and the love, the warmth that you can have, and the parasites that you must take out. That void, you're complete. But we often play too much in the physical. There has to be a balance. We're too much in the physical and like, we don't have enough, and I need this to be happy, and it's us versus them, Too much do we play in the illusion or the physical. I call it illusion because it always changes. As we change here, everything changes. So that's why I call it illusion. Maya, in Hindu religion, they call it Maya. We have to build our self-esteem. And we do that through self-validation. Self-validation creates the self-esteem, which is self-love ultimately. And again, I got to shout out Wes Watson, shout out. He talks about filling yourself with love. Okay. And in some of his videos, he talks about, I wanted love so much, I gave it to myself. And life is perspective. Again, he talks about how in prison, you can have so much fun, you could be joyful. When I was in prison, I would make jokes with my homies, my car. We were the Los Angeles car, so, everybody from Los Angeles knew everybody. We would just crack jokes, People from Longo, Hawaiian Gardens, me, Rolling Heights. I was a resident at that time. I don't know if you know about that, but I was a resident because outside I was in a tag banging crew. But in there we're all together, and there's no enemies with the Mexicans. Mexicans are different from paisas. Paisas are like from Mexico. They don't even speak English. So we the Mexican Americans, we just have fun, crack jokes, and then out here. You come out, you're free, you think you'd be happy, but there's things that make you unhappy, right? So Wes Watson explains this perfectly. He says, I could be in prison and feel amazing, the best I've ever felt, but I could also have, I could be in a mansion or in a yacht and not feel good. And that's when I know that life is perspective, right? And you do that, you change your perspective with self-validation, which gives you that self-esteem. Okay. So you make those systems that are non-negotiable for you to have self-validation, self-esteem, and walk out into the world with a full heart, a full cup. And your cup overfloweth, and you can give it to everybody. You're complete. There is no lack, especially in that and in those feelings. That's what life is all about. Okay, I got sick a few weeks ago. I like to share the story because for 2 days I was immobile. I couldn't even think and work because I was so sick. So for 2 days I was not technically, but let's say metaphorically speaking, dead. So I was in bed, not moving, not thinking, just sleeping, going to sleep, waking up, eating, or using the restroom. And when I got out of it, I was like, the most important things in life is being happy, having health, good health, because when you don't have good health, you're worried about what pills to take, being in pain, and having loving relationships, being able to love others. And you can only do that when you're happy, and you become happy by filling yourself with self-validation, okay? You're already complete. You're already full. It's just that we wake up in the physical and we forget that we also have a spirit. We're spiritual beings. And then we live too much in the physical. There has to be a balance, okay? A balance of both. I'm not saying that I wake up every day, I'm super happy. No. The moment I wake up, I'm like, groggy. I shut this a lot. I'm like, oh man, my eyes don't want to get up. But I begin my gratitude, my appreciation, what I appreciate. And as the morning goes on, I keep doing that. Okay, right now I'm gonna go hit the gym. It's probably like 9:30ish right now, a.m. But it is my purpose to be here and empower you so that you can live a happy life and go towards your dreams as the best fucking version of yourself. Okay. I hope you like this one. This is the chapter on eliminating parasites. I believe it is chapter, let's take a look one last time. Chapter 8, eliminate parasites. 12 lessons on life I learned from my garden. Vivian Elizabeth Clark. If you like this one, share it. If this resonates, share it with somebody that you really, really fucking love. Okay? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, I love you. Peace.